Okay, what we've got here is a new setup. I call it a trailer hitch setup. The cart's attached directly to the force beam with a little nail. It's running on the treadmill, and these are tests all below hover speed. If I run the cart up, it would actually accelerate, but you can see I've got the thing zeroed and it's floating because it is basically a hover speed, so there's no net force on the cart. So I'm going to put the camera down and start zooming in so you can see what the scale says, and we can start taking data, and I'll do it initially in 0.2 of a mile increments, and we'll go from there. So we're at 5.0 for this reading, which is 0. I'm going to start slowing to 4.8. There's no force yet being shown on the beam. 4.6. The beam is, I need to zero the scale. Still no force shown realistically. The beam is starting to just minutely move. 4.4, and there goes the beam coming down onto it, but there's not enough force to actually set this thing moving yet. And you can forget all that. That was my hand pushing on it. So the beam is moving, but not enough. So you can count those all as zeros. 4.2 still a 0. 4.0 miles per hour. And the beam's coming down onto the penny. Still a 0. 3.8. 3.6. 3.4. And we're finally getting a reading at 3.4. So you can see the scale starting to move. We're so close to hover speed in this range that there's really no force, so you can call that a gram. I'll go down to 3.2, and as you can see the scale starting to show. You can take that data, it's probably 2 grams tops. 3.0. Again, this is negative data. These numbers should be considered negative pull. And so there's an obvious 2 to 3 grams force at 3.0 miles per hour. Let's go down to 2.8. Okay, you can take data, it's stable at 3. 2.6. Okay, it's coming up as we would expect because it is negative data. As the cart slows well below wind speed, with a very slow wind pushing it. And there's your stable reading at 5. Down to 2.4 miles per hour. You can take data. Around 7. 2.2. 7 to 8 grams negative. 2.0. Maybe 8 grams negative. 1.8. Perhaps 8 to 9 grams. 1.6. Around 7, 8 grams. Bumping up to 9. 1.4. See a little higher numbers. 1.2. Prop's barely turning at this speed. You can take data now. 1.0. Again, remember all these numbers have to be divided by 6. So we've got a total of 2 grams of rolling resistance at this speed. Cart's very easy to roll. Here's 0.8 miles per hour, 0.8. Can take data. Treadmill only goes down to 0.5, so I'll take it down to 0.6. And there's the data. The treadmill, the cart's oscillating a bit on the belt. So that's a hard to read one. Now we're going down to the lowest speed of the treadmill, and there it is at 0.5 miles per hour. And I can see a little visual oscillation in the cart up and down in the x-axis on the belt. And that's why we're getting those scattered readings. And so the next thing is 0. And there you have it. 0 force on the cart. That's the remainder